I'll just begin with a short prayer to my gurus to empower me to speak something which will be of meaning to all of you. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. So this is the topic vigilance, our shared responsibility. So as our sir was nicely sharing, what is vigilance? Vigilance means alertness. Alertness. So I went through a dictionary meaning and it gave me several other definitions also. That was my first slide, but sir already spoke it in his talk, so I'll just skip this. So the definition says that more careful attention, especially in order to notice possible danger. Right? Because of lack of vigilance, we saw what happened in Kashmir. Because of lack of vigilance, we saw what happened at the border, at the Bombay coast, a couple of years back in a hotel, how terrorists came and bombed. Because of lack of vigilance, we see how corruption happens. Because of lack of vigilance, we see that people cheat, students copy, and people fake their certificates, right? Forgery, and so many things happen because of lack of vigilance. So before this, I was just thinking, is vigilance really required? Yes. Why is it required? Yes, sir is telling not required. Yes, sir. Why not required?
Everybody should aware with the things.
Yes. If everybody follows this principle of integrity and truthfulness, there is no vigilance required. Literally, there is no need of vigilance. But because people have these wrong tendencies in their heart, they have wrong scripts, they have viruses in their mind. That's why vigilance is required to keep law and order. If there is no traffic police in the Charaha, will people follow? There will be commotion, right? So that's why vigilance is required, so that people follow the rules. But general tendency in this material world is that people want to take shortcuts, people want to break the rules. That's why vigilance is required, so that people follow these rules. That's why constitution is given. That's why law and order rules are given, so that we follow the rules and there can be normalcy in this society. Otherwise there will be abnormality, there will be chaos, utter chaos, isn't it? Just like if there is no traffic rules, there will be utter chaos on the streets. If there is no rules in the college, utter chaos. People will come at whatever time they want, people will leave at whatever time they want. Some people will study, some people will not study. That's why there are rules and regulations required. Family also has got rules and regulations. The elders in the family have set the rules and regulations for that family. They have set the norms, they have set the tradition. If somebody doesn't follow, it will lead to chaos in the family. So that's why vigilance is necessary. Okay? So I'll give some contemporary examples and then I'll go to Bhagavad Gita and see that why vigilance is required according to Bhagavad Gita. Because coming from a spiritual background, being a student of Bhagavad Gita and a teacher of Bhagavad Gita, I'd also like to emphasize some words of wisdom from Bhagavad Gita. Another meaning of vigilance is alertness, wakefulness, and watchfulness. So, alertness we already talked about. Wakefulness means to be awake, to see things as they are, to be wakeful, to be awake. Uttishta, Jagrataha, Prapyavara, Nibhuta, as the Vedas say. Asadoma, Satkamaya, Tamasima, Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma, Amritangamaya. Tamasima, Jyotirgamaya. Really? Don't be in darkness, be in light. Wakefulness means to be in knowledge of what is right and what is wrong. Right? That is wakefulness. And watchfulness. So I'll speak up more about watchfulness, to watch ourselves and to watch our surroundings. Not only to watch things around us, but to also watch our thoughts, which is very difficult. It's difficult to observe what others are doing. It's easy to say others' faults, but to recognize my own faults, to observe my own thoughts is much difficult. So we'll discuss about that topic also eventually as the session progresses. So for this we should have an open eye. Generally we do meditation with closed eyes, isn't it? सब लोग ध्यान कैसे करते हैं? एक जगह बैठते हैं, आंखें बंद कर लेते हैं. But meditation also can be done with open eyes. And vigilance is open-eyed meditation. To observe ourselves and to observe the world around, to bring law and order, to make ourselves happy and to make others happy. So that is open-eyed meditation. So here, can you think of some things going wrong around you? Apart from the examples what I spoke, can you see some problems going around you? Yes? Can you mention some of the problems, issues which the world is facing now?
Lack of security.
A lack of?
Harmony.
Lack of harmony between?
All orders of life.
All orders of life. Lack of harmony among humans, lack of harmony with humans and nature, that kind of thing. Okay, thank you, sir. Anything else somebody said here? Security. Okay, the biggest problem. Security. Trust. There's a very bigger problem. Trust. As just before coming here, we were discussing how it is very difficult to trust strangers. But nowadays, within family also, it is difficult to put trust. Right? Brother and brother, no trust. Brother and sister, no trust. Even father and son, there is lack of trust nowadays. So much so that the father hides from the son and the son hides from the father certain crucial information. So that is that's a problem nowadays. Okay, thank you. Anything else? You said, sir, or something? Security. Security is also a problem. There is lack of security. People feel insecure. If you see nowadays, especially in Bangalore, how they are building homes, the homes are like pigeonholes. Right? Nobody can enter. There are all grills all around and they tightly lock it so that nobody can enter inside. So that's the kind of security people are having in their homes. But in initial days, we can leave the home open and nobody will come inside. Yes. Because people had fear of doing wrong. And because of it, nobody stole anything. I was in a particular country, I will not name it, but as 2 weeks back I was in a particular country and I wanted to go for a walk and I asked my host, I want to go for a walk. Can you know where is the key? So that I can lock and go. And he said, Prabhuji, don't worry. You can just leave it open, just latch it and go. And somebody comes and says, nobody will come, sir. Because the security in this country is so strict that anybody comes and steals, there will be heavy punishment. So everybody is fearing that I will be heavily punished. So nobody comes and steals. In that country, practically there is no thievery. I will not name it, but you may guess it. So there is lack of security nowadays because of lack of fear. Because चोरी कर लेंगे, कौन पकड़ेगा? देख लेंगे. अगर पकड़ेंगे तो थोड़ा corruption हो, थोड़ा बर्फ दे देंगे, छोड़ देंगे हमको ना. That kind of mentality is there. So the person should have integrity, person should have fear of doing wrong, and at the same time law and order should be so strict that people should fear doing wrong. Then only there can be law and order, then only the vigilance will come into effect. Now here we are talking about vigilance theoretically, but actually we can see its benefit only when it comes to effect. It has to come to the grassroots level, that how everybody should follow these principles of integrity, truthfulness at the grassroots level. Only then we can see that the whole country can stand strong and become very, very powerful. If there is lack of integrity, lack of truthfulness and lack of these values, morality being followed, then you will see from top to bottom, sab chor rahenge. Right? So there are some 5 thieves, they went and robbed a bank. And after robbing the bank, they looted the bank, they escaped, they went into the dense jungle and they all sat together. And then the leader of the gang said, I am the leader, I should get the maximum share. Others said, no, हमने भी जान जोखिम में डाल के हमने चोरी किया है, हमको भी चाहिए थोड़ा share. And everybody is telling, no, we should be honest. We all together went, so we should divide it equally. There should be honesty among us. Now, can you tell me what is the use of honesty among thieves? Right? Is there any value to the honesty among thieves? Right. So that's why, first of all, thievery is wrong, and above that, speaking about being honest, that's further wrong. So we should know what is the value system, and we should follow that. So from top to bottom, there should be honesty, right? There should be ethics. Only then the benefit of this can be seen over a long period of time. So these are some challenges. What you mentioned, there are many challenges. There is social security challenge. There is also health challenge. Even medical field also needs vigilance, because there is. I'll give another story which I heard. Right. So imagine one of your friends has got a severe disease and he has to be operated. And you have two choices. One is to go to Dr. A, and another is Dr. B. Okay, so what is the specialty of Dr. A and B? Dr. A is very truthful, very honest, but sometimes his operation fails. It is very truthful, huh? Very truthful, very honest, man of clean heart. He doesn't cheat anybody, but his lack of expertise. And there is Dr. B. Dr. B, very expert. 99% operations have succeeded. But only problem is, sometimes he steals the organs and smuggles it. So your friend has got a severe sickness and you have to take him to one of these doctors. So where will you take him? How many say Dr. A? Dr. A. Dr. A, 5, 6 hands. Dr. B. Oh, 1, 2, 3. And nobody? Neither A nor B. You better let him live whatever time he is. No? So both are dangerous. No? Okay, any other option? Is there any option C? So who is that C? What qualities do you look for in a C? In Dr. C? Yes, any students, what qualities do you look for in C? Ethics and value. Already A has it. Dr. A has it. He has ethics, he has values. I thought expertise problem is there. Skill is removed. But Dr. B has skills, but is lacking that ethics.
Find out someone who is having value-based skills.
Okay, so sir is telling that you should have a doctor who has got the qualities of A and also quality of B. He has ethics and he has also got skills. Very difficult to find this combination. That's a problem. So you know what this friend did? He went and requested Dr. A, sir, my operation is going to happen. I have admitted him in Dr. B's hospital. I just request you if you can please stay in the operation theatre. This is called vigilance, no? Right? So a person with ethics and character should supervise people with skills. So more important than skills is ethics and values actually. Even among Pandavas, 5 Pandavas. Who are the 5 Pandavas? Okay, students. What are the names of 5 Pandavas? Yes? Okay, got it. So who is a man of ethics among these 5? That's why he is the king. Because he is having this ethics, morality, truthfulness. The world may say whatever, but he will stick to his ethics. He'll never budge an inch. That's the quality he has. That's why he is chosen as the leader. Of course, he is elder also. He is the eldest among all. But another important quality is he is man of ethics. And who is the man of skills? Arjuna and Bhima also. Arjuna and Bhima. Arjuna is expert in archery and using the weapons. And Bhima is skilled in Gada Yuddha and raw power, muscle power. And he can tear away people. He has the strength of 10,000 elephants. We can't even imagine. Right? Like I saw the row of cycles kept here. You beat the first cycle, all cycles, taka taka taka, will fall. That you keep 1,000, 10,000 elephants in line and Bhima will slap the first elephant and all 10,000 will fall. That's the raw strength of Bhima, but strength of Bhima and skill of Arjuna is subservient to Yudhishthir's will. Unless Yudhishthir orders, they both will not do anything. That is the kind of control Yudhishthira Maharaj had, because ethics and values rule above skills and power. But unfortunately, nowadays we see people are looking for more power, more money, more skills, rank, all these things. But we forget the importance of ethics and values. Like this building is tall. Why is it tall? Because foundation is strong. Isn't it? Because foundation is strong, it can stand tall. But can you see the foundation? No. Coconut tree stands tall, several feet tall. Can you see the roots? The fact that it is standing tall means roots are deep and they are strong. Similarly, a person, he may see his skills, he may see his accomplishments, but he cannot see his ethics and values, morality. It's there deep. To the degree a person is deep rooted in ethics and values, to that degree he can stand tall and he can do meaningful contribution. So there is a difference here. You see sometimes many teak trees are tall. Even salt tree is tall, coconut tree is also tall, palm tree is also tall. And you will know how deep the roots are only when the storm comes. When the storm comes and blows. Recently it came, no? It came in the, I think, the west coast, east coast. Storm came, right? And I happened to there after some days, and I saw many bald trees. Only the top portion was cut off because of the wind. And I saw some uprooted trees. And I saw some trees standing as it is, without any damage. So those trees which did not fall, they had strong roots. And those which fell, they had weak roots. Similarly in life also, you may see some people very tall, very rich, very accomplished, in high positions. You will come to know how strong they are, how strong their roots are only when temptations come, storms come, isn't it? You can know how truthful they are, how people of ethics they are only until temptations hit them. And when temptations hit, then you will know whether they are shaken or they are steady. So that is the importance of ethics, values and character. So Dr. A, Dr. B. Dr. A is man of character, Dr. B is man of skills, but we need a combination. And that combination can be achieved by devotion. Character, competence and devotion. Can you remember this formula? What is? Character, competence and devotion. Can you repeat? C for character. C for character. C for competence. And D for devotion. CCD, not the coffee CCD, but character, competence and devotion. So all three are required. Now Arjuna is a combination of these three. Okay. Yudhishthira has character, but Arjuna also has character, competence and devotion. That's the important character. That's why Krishna chose Arjuna to speak Bhagavad Gita. To give the best knowledge, you will choose the best student, isn't it? Suppose somebody is going to represent this college in some international forum. You will choose the best student, isn't it? Now Krishna wanted to speak the knowledge for all humanity to come. So he wanted to choose the best person who can understand it. So at that time he chose Arjuna. Bhakto sime sagacheti rahasya meta uttamam. Because you are a man of character, you are a man of skills, and you are a man of devotion also. You have faith in God. How is a man of character? Because he resisted so many temptations. Once he was taken to Swargaloka, and then Urvashi came. Akele hum, akele tum. Let's enjoy. A man's character is tested in this way. Right? When nobody is watching, if somebody comes and proposes, let's enjoy what he says. And then outside marriage, no, not. It's outside, before marriage and outside marriage. If anybody comes and proposes, what he says? No. Arjuna said, no, I see you like my mother. Because you are coming in the line of Pururava, who is one of our ancestors. I see you like a mother. Although you are an Apsara, but I see you like mother. So he is rejected. So there's a man of character. So he is a man of skills also. Competence. Yes.
He has accepted the Chitrangada.
Yes, he accepted Chitrangada, he accepted Ulupi, he accepted this, yeah, and even Subhadra. Yes. So he had many wives and he had many children, all of character, all of integrity. Yes. I spoke this specific example because in this case it was she was coming in the line of Pururava, who was an ancestor. He said no. And one of the Kshatriya's duty is that if somebody comes for shelter, he has to give shelter. That's the duty for protection. Now some people say, Krishna married 16,000. अभी इस्कॉन वाले कृष्ण की पूजा करते हैं, आप कैसे कैरेक्टर वाले हैं? Isn't it? 16,000 princesses were kidnapped by Bhaumasura, kept in captivity for several years. They were crying in pain, waiting for somebody to rescue. Their parents failed to rescue, the kings failed to rescue, everybody failed to rescue. They were in utter helplessness. At that time, they sent a signal to Krishna, please, you help us. You're the only one. Then Krishna came on Garuda, went to Bhaumasura's kingdom, thoroughly smashed his securities, thoroughly smashed inside all the gates, all the weapons, and then finally fought with Bhaumasura. He defeated him, killed him. Then all the princesses were so grateful. Krishna, we are so grateful to you, we are so thankful to you. You please give us shelter. We know in this world there is nobody except you who can give us shelter. We want to be your wives. And Krishna said, okay, if that is what pleases you, I'll give shelter. He made 16,000 palaces. He made 16,000 yajnamandapas. He expanded himself into 16,000 forms. Married with each of them and stayed with each of them in 16,000 forms for all time. That is Krishna. So that is the duty of Kshatriya. So coming back to this topic, Arjuna, character, competence and devotion. Although being so skilled, man of values, but still he failed in the battle of Kurukshetra. In the beginning of the battle, Arjuna said, I'm confused, I'm depressed, my hand is shaking, my head is reeling, my skin is burning. Krishna, I don't want to fight. I'm getting confused, I'm tension. Like students have experienced this before? Yeah, when you see the question paper, oh, out of syllabus क्या? नहीं, in syllabus ये है. तुमको पता है? नहीं, मुझे भी नहीं पता है. Isn't it such a tension? My hand is shaking, my pen is slipping, my mouth is trying, कब पानी मिलेगा क्या? This is what experience. Arjuna had this moment in the beginning of the battle. Then he said, Krishna, I have made my mind, I'm walking out. I'm walking out of this room, I'm walking out of this exam hall. For him, exam hall was battlefield. Right? Now our Indian soldiers standing on the battlefield, at the borders, in the tough situations. Imagine if the commander of the army says, tension आ रहा है, मैं जा रहा हूँ. क्या होगा भारत का? Right? सब कुछ है, हथियार भी है, सब कुछ है, मगर मुझे टेंशन आ रहा है, I'm walking out. Right? At that time, president calls, hey, wait, I'm coming. Then he gives a pep talk. They both of them secretly talk something in between, and after that he says, yes sir, I'm going ahead, I'm fighting. And all newspaper people are waiting. Arey, kya baat kiya? What was that 5 minutes talk? That's what happened between Krishna and Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita. That was 1 hour talk. Krishna and Arjuna spoke for about 1 hour. And then at the end of 1 hour, Arjuna says, Nashto Mahasmitir Labdha Krishya Vachanam Tava. All my doubts are vanquished. Hey Krishna, by your mercy, I am fully confident now. I will fight. And then the war continued for how many days? 18 days. And after 18 days, Pandava's flag was victorious. Right? So that is what Bhagavad Gita can do to us. From insecure feeling, it can make us confident. Isn't it? Okay, I'm still at this point. So now coming to the thought of vigilance of thoughts. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, there are three main qualities which make us act immoral. There are these three things. Kama, Krodha, Tatha, Lobha, Tasmad, Yatat, Trayam, Tajet. Trividam Narkasyedam Dwaram Nashanam Atmana. There are gateways to hell, Krishna says. Trividam Narkasyedam, or three ways to immorality. And what is that? Kama, Krodha, Tatha, Lobha, Tasmad, Yatat, Trayam, Tajet. Right? So we have many examples of how people acted immorally because of these three qualities. Right? Let's take greed. Can you think of some example who acted immorally because of greed? What is greed, first of all? Huh? More. Give me more. Give me more without working hard in short time. Give me more without working hard in short time. That's called greed. Right? Can you think of somebody who acted immorally? Duryodhana. Who said that? Somebody already said. Thank you for that example. Duryodhana. Bharat didn't belong to him. It belonged to Pandavas. Pandu Maharaj. And Duryodhana was waiting for opportunity. कब मैं बैठूंगा कुर्सी पे? कुर्सी खाली है. पांडु महाराज मर गए हैं. कुर्सी पे बैठना है मुझे. कब बैठूंगा मैं? तो उसके लिए and next person sitting there is Yudhishthir Maharaj. So before Yudhishthir Maharaj comes, I should sit there or I should kill Yudhishthir. So he started plotting. Because greed for property. Generally, they greed for three things. Right? Dhanam, Janam, Sundarim. Three. Hendo, Hondo, Manno, Kannadadalli. Correct? So these three things, very, very greedy people are, especially for wealth and property. Nowadays we see that people fight, even brothers fight with each other, kill each other for property. But what is there in property? Just murder. Isn't it? It did not belong to us. And we think, oh, it belongs to me. Okay, father should give it to me. I own it. For how many years? Right? For a small time, 20 years, 30 years, maybe 50 years. After that, he will die and go, and his children will fight for it. This man, this man, this man. Isn't it? So property only leads to fight. That's what happened because of Duryodhana. Greed for property. Even Hiranyakashipu was like that. Right? Many of you must have seen this Mahatar movie. Hiranyakashipu was greedy for entire world. He wanted the whole universe. So much so that he wanted to become God. Me Bhagwan. He wanted to claim that. But it's illusion to think that I am great. Right? So everything belongs to God. Sari Dharti Gopal ki. Everything belongs to God. Isha Vasya Midam Sarva. Everything belongs to Isha, the supreme controller. Nothing belongs to us. So it is useless to be greedy. Right? Now people do corruption. For what? Because of greed. ज़्यादा पैसा चाहिए, अच्छा कार खरीदेंगे, अच्छा घर बनाएंगे, राइट? बीच पे एक फार्म हाउस बनाएंगे. सपना है. But do you think the money which is earned by corruption can make us happy? The money which you earn with integrity gives you happiness. And money which is earned with immoral acts gives only misery, only anxiety. Right? Imagine if somebody has taken corrupt money. Can he be peaceful in the mind? Always fear. कैसे छुपा के रखना है इसको? किसी को पता नहीं चलना चाहिए. He cannot enjoy. He cannot reveal it to others also. Most miserable person. Right? It happened in 2016-17. Notebandi. Everybody shocked. I have crores of rupees. I can't do anything. I cannot use it. Neither I can show it because people will come to know. I'll burn it. That's what people did. Some people. So it is of no use. The money which you earn with integrity can only give you happiness. So that's why my spiritual master, he says, earn with integrity and spend with compassion. Right? Earn with integrity and spend with compassion. And our samskaras teach us that more you give, more it comes back to you. Right? ಎಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಷ್ಟು ವಾಪಸ್ ಬಂದೇ ಬರ್ತದೆ. That is a formula actually. What goes around, it comes around. It comes back to you. If you do good to others, good comes back to you. If you do bad, you eventually will suffer. So this is what is the law of nature. Anger, right? There's another example. Shaguni, okay, how?
Because of his anger, you supported Duryodhana policy.
Who is speaking? Oh, last, okay, sorry.
Because of his anger.
Why he was angry?
Because Duryodhana killed his brothers and parents.
No. He was Gandhari was married to a blind. So that will make a hand. अरे मेरे बहन को अंधे को दे दिया. He was angry with that. He said, "Oh, I'll take revenge." So he wanted to destroy the whole Kuru Vamsha. Anger also leads to. So nowadays also we see, when people are angry, they forget who they are. They forget what they are speaking. All rubbish comes out of their mouth, isn't it? I have seen two people standing on the street and fighting, holding each other's collars, because vehicles touched each other. Anger. क्या समझते हैं अपने आप को? Right? So anyway, and lust. The famous example of lust is, who is the person? Vijayadashmi अभी जी कहा था, Ravana, 10-headed Ravana, very lusty fellow. Whom he kidnapped? Sita Mata. Such a degraded person. He kidnapped Lord Rama's wife, Sita Devi. And that was the last. Before that, he had done 14 others. If you read Valmiki Ramayana, you will get to know the list of all 14. This was the last, because he was afraid, because the 13th one cursed Ravana. अगली बार हाथ लगाएगा तो तुम मर जाओगे. Force नहीं करने का किसी को. Before that, he was forcing and molesting women, but Sita did not force. Some people say Ravana बहुत अच्छा था ना, सीता को किडनैप किया मगर कुछ नहीं किया उसके साथ. अरे he was fearful, he was afraid that he will die because of the curse given by Vedavati, right? So Ravana became an animal because of being slave to lust. And you will see this in this modern world. Lust is incited, put into us through movies we watch, isn't it? आजकल movies में क्या आता है? Violence and sex, दो ही चीजें. उसी से लोग वही देखते हैं. Now, why do you think now small children in the school are taking guns and shooting? You have heard of stories? In America, छोटे बच्चे गन लेके जाते हैं. Dishum. Why? Because of watching movies. And another PUBG. Dishum, no. Right? So much they are addicted to that. सपने में भी हाथ ऐसे चलता है. How many of you agree with this? The main cause of violence in schools is because of this only. Addiction to mobiles. And once upon a time, a couple of years back, our Indian government banned pornography. That created commotion among the youths. They demanded, "नहीं हमको चाहिए." They revolted. And then the government is forced to regulatedly allow that. My God, that's such a deadly thing. Why do you think there are crimes happening in this society? Because of watching such things. That's what they do. What do you watch? That kind of script go inside. Then that's what actions happen. Isn't it? So that's why one should be careful what kind of inputs one is taking through eyes and through ears. Right? One should be very careful. And nowadays, you see, everybody has a pocket phone, everybody has a mobile phone, and everybody has free internet, unlimited data. Right? Click करो, कुछ भी देखो, कुछ भी करो, कोई देखता नहीं. Vigilance is important. Right? What we watch is also important. But there's another way. So this staircase is going downwards, and this staircase goes upwards. You see? Acceptance of Guru के शरण में जाना, study of Vedas, austerities, sense control, spiritual knowledge takes us back to Vaikuntha. This is the path of truthfulness which we should walk on. All the saints and all the Raja Rishis have walked on this path. So we have to choose whether we want to take the upward path or the downward path. The upward path is path of integrity. A little difficult to walk on, but it will make us happy at the end. But the downward path, very easy. Seems very easy, but very costly. Consequences are very dangerous, lot of suffering. But we have to make the choice. So let's come to the concept of Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita says that there are three levels of existence. Understand? So there is outermost, that is our gross body, external self, and there is intermediate, which is our intermediate self, decision making, and inside there is a core, that is inner self. Right? There is external, there is intermediate, and there is inner self. There should be harmony between all these three. Then that is called value-based system, ethical system. Now, how can there be disharmony? Okay. Okay. So here there is this external world. Okay, the outer one, the senses. You see these five senses? We take input from these five senses. And there is the intermediate one, which is the mind. Whatever senses we get through this, what are the inputs we get from the senses are stored in the mind. And then there is another intermediate one, which is called intelligence, which is a decision maker. Whatever we see, hear, touch, that's all stored in the mind, and the intelligence decides whether it is right or wrong. And there is a tussle always between the mind and the intelligence. I'll tell you how. Okay, here. So here is a competition between mind and there is intelligence. And what is the competition? Competition is sorry. Suppose somebody is addicted to smoking. Okay. Somebody is addicted to what? Smoking. And he is walking on the street of Tumakuru and he sees a cigarette shop. What thought goes in his mind? Let me buy one. And before this he just visited doctor and doctor said, hey, you are coughing. बहुत बुरी हाल है और एक सिगरेट पिएगा तो तू मर जाएगा. The mind is saying one more. Intelligence is saying no more. So there is a fight. So who will win? Mind will win or intelligence will win? Mind will win. So क्या करेगा? खरीदी करेगा, स्मोक करेगा, फिर अगले दिन एडमिट हो जाएगा. एडमिट पड़ता है. Correct? So is it that always the mind wins? Depends on who is stronger. If intelligence is strong, intelligence say, hey, I am going to die, doctor is told, I will restrain it. No. Right? So it will say strong no. But depends on if his intelligence is really strong, then intelligence will win. If mind is strong, mind wins. And you succumb to the habit. If intelligence is strong, you can resist the temptation. Isn't it? Sometimes smartphone also, pop-up comes. Pop. Watch me. Isn't it? So mind says, oh, अच्छा photo दिख रहा है ना, let me click. Right? Let me watch. There's a nice trailer of this movie is coming. Let me watch. The internet says, hey, Beargoof, you're reading this some paper, college paper, and your exam is there tomorrow. Read. Mind says, बस 2 minutes है. 2 minutes देख लेते हैं. And he clicks and watches the trailer. अच्छा trailer अच्छा है, movie अच्छा होगा. Tick movie. And he says 2 hours is gone. And then after 2 hours he realizes, oh, tomorrow exam, I didn't study. It's a 10-page document, I didn't study. So there's tussle between mind and intelligence. So we have to make our mind and intelligence stronger. Is our mind enemy or friend? Enemy? Friend? Okay. How many say mind is our enemy? 1. How many said mind is our friend? Okay, कुछ ज़्यादा हाथ खड़े. Doubtful? Huh? Somebody said both? Somebody said both? Okay. Yes. Like, is knife good or bad? A sharp knife is good or bad? Both. It depends on Who is using it? How you use it also? Right? If it's in the hand of thief, it will take life. If it's hand of doctor, it saves life. Isn't it? So it depends on how we use it. So mind is both good or bad, depends on how we use it. Right? Right? Sometimes what happens, we get a stimulus, we will respond. That's called reactive behavior. Right? It happens in relationships. If one person speaks something, immediately response is, how can you speak like that to me? What do you think of yourself? Right? Try that. Nowadays, the WhatsApp zamana. I sent you a message 2 days back. Why did you respond? You didn't even see. Well, I saw you. You saw, but you didn't reply. Blue tick is there. Stimulus and response. No? But what is responsive behavior? Stimulus. Think and see what are the choices and then respond. So we should choose the best response. Not the reactive response, but a proactive response. So vigilance also means you see something going wrong. Okay, wait, don't respond immediately, don't react. Consult, talk, discuss, and see what is the best response you can give. This is our collective responsibility. If you see somebody doing wrong, what to do? It's our shared responsibility. Yes, we should talk, but whom to talk to? What to talk to? How to talk to? And how to act? That's our shared responsibility. So this very wonderful video I am going to play. Kindly watch this.
Okay, sit in that chair. Alright, here's the deal. Marshmallow, for you. You can either wait, and I'll give you another one if you wait, or you can eat it now.
So what is the condition? I give one sweet called marshmallow. If you want, you eat. But if you wait, I'll give another one. There's a test of temptation. Okay. So teacher will go out, come back again. If it's as it is, she will get another one. Okay, now see what happens. And all these children are sitting in different rooms. Camera is there. Okay, watching them. They don't know camera is there. Vigilance. Okay, let's see how they respond.
Come back, I'll give you another one, so they know how to. But stay in here and stay in the chair till I come back, okay? Alright. I'm gonna go do something and then I'll come back.
It's yummy. It smells really good.
They know I'll get one more if I wait.
Alright, so it's up to you. You can have it now or you can wait. Okay?
You have an hour, 1 hour you have to wait.
I'll be back.
So they're becoming
Here,
restless.
Okay? Okay.
And that girl is thinking, who knows, I'll get another one. खा लेते हैं.
come back, okay? So you can either eat it right now or you can wait. Either way, okay? Okay. How'd you do? Did you do good? You did? You wanted to eat it, didn't you? Yeah. So I'll tell you to give you another one? Okay, now you can have both.
She's emptying her plate. Okay, it was a funny video, but experiment was deep. They observed these children over a period of 30-40 years. Okay, they started in 70s. They observed these children for 30-40 years, and those who exhibited sense restraint, control, they went on to become leaders, entrepreneurs, successful people, people of integrity, compassion, like that. And those who had no sense control, immediate gratification they wanted, they went on to become thieves and people of lack of integrity kind of thing. So this goes to show that how important it is to have this sense control, okay, values. Okay. Now, are restrictions good or bad? How many say good? Restrictions are good. Good. How many say it is not required? Don't restrict me. Free. No limits. I'll enjoy, I'll do whatever I like. Do our parents put restriction on us? Is it good or bad? Good. Right? School, college put restrictions on us. Why? It's good. So restrictions are good, but nature of human life is, don't control me, leave me free. But we don't know how to use the freedom. That's why restrictions are there. If, as sir said in the beginning of the class, if everybody followed morality, no need of restrictions. Because everybody will voluntarily follow. But because there is tendency to do otherwise, that's why restrictions are required. Good advice or healthy restrictions are not against our freedom, but a prerequisite to our freedom. For example, this kite, without the rope, can it fly? No, it needs that restriction. Then only it can be controlled, it can fly high. If you cut it, you know what will happen. It will go and fall somewhere. Right? Doctor, when you go to doctor, sir, pet problem हो रहा है. Good solution though, sir. Doctor will say, okay, take this medicine, morning, afternoon, evening, and only eat boiled vegetables for 1 week. Sir, samosa, kachori, no. For 1 week, only boiled vegetable and ganji. That's what he will say, isn't it? So that's good for us, restrictions. Self-control empowers us. This dam, see, like this dam, so much water it is storing. Because it can do good. If you regulate the water, it can do so much of good. It can produce electricity. It can supply so many irrigation projects, isn't it? So similarly, we have our mind, we have our sensory powers. We should know how to channelize it. In which direction to channelize it. So nowadays, youth, my request to all of you, there's so many ways to exhaust your energy. Try to conserve your energy and channelize it in your studies, in social service, in your career, in your own personal self-growth, by which you can, in future, act like this dam, nourishing so many people. Okay? So I'll come to the end of this presentation. So mind is like a slate, what you write is what it will propose. Very important. You know, in computer there is cache memory. Whatever you keep using, that's what it is. As soon as you open YouTube, you know what you that algorithm knows what you watched. So mind is like a slate. Whatever you're thinking, that's what it will propose you. So start changing your scripts by what you see, what you hear. Hear wonderful positive talks like this all of you are attending today. Read wonderful scriptures, books, novels, autobiographies, which will help you to get positive scripts. In that way, we can change our scripts in the mind and tell the mind to give good suggestions, not bad suggestions. Garbage in, garbage out. Good in, good out. Whatever you feed the mind, that's what it will propose to you. Okay. So this is the hierarchy, as our sir was sharing in the beginning, right? So this again, Abdul Kalam ji also spoke about this. He said, watch your thoughts. Thoughts become words. Watch your words. Words become. Watch your actions. Action becomes. Watch your habits. It becomes. Watch your character. It becomes your destiny. This is the hierarchy. It all begins from where? Thoughts. And this is our responsibility, individual responsibility. At the community level, yes, it's a shared responsibility. But it begins from here. Nobody can control my thoughts. I can only control my thoughts. Isn't it? So that's what Bhagavad Gita says. Give up these thoughts of lust, anger, greed. Cultivate positive thoughts of compassion, humility, truthfulness, morality, ethics. That's the positive thoughts we should develop. And then our words will be positive. Our actions will be positive. Habits will be positive. Character will be positive. And then destiny will also be surely positive. But if thoughts are wrong, everything will be corrupt. If the seed which the farmer is using is good, it will be good product. But if the seed is corrupt, not very healthy seed, then only few grains you may get. But if the healthy seed, we get thousands of grains, isn't it? So it begins from our thoughts. So stay away from bad habits and bad company and make best use of opportunities for spiritual association, right? Self-discipline starts with good habits which climb you to success. But good habits cultivating is like climbing the mountain. It's initially difficult, but once you get habituated, you can climb very easily. So these are some bad habits which we should be giving up, especially in the youth. Right? Yeah, when going gets tough, only the tough get going. And the weak give up. This is some weak people what they're doing. अरे हमसे नहीं होगा यार, चलो वापस चलते हैं. I know one student who came to medical college. I was in BJ Medical College teaching there Gita classes. One student said, "Sir, मेरे से हो नहीं रहा है. Second year में आ गया, अभी नहीं होगा. I am dropping sir." क्यों? पहले डिसीजन लेना था ना. 2 साल क्यों वेस्ट किया? सर पता नहीं था सर. पेरेंट्स ने पुश किया. I came in. What you want to do? Still time is not late. What is your core strength? Then he said, "Sir, I like engineering and computers field." So time is still not bad. We can shift. You can go and start your career from there. But one should not give up. Right? And some people in life also, they face failures. They say, "मेरे से नहीं होगा अभी." And they write a letter. They commit suicide. Oh, that's the last thing. No. Before that happens, be vigilant. It's all of your responsibility. If you know some friend who is in depression like this, it's your duty to help him come out of this depression and come out of it. So many students, IITians, NITians, even I am, so much. You know what is the capital, suicide capital in India? Kota. High competition. So much so that students say, "Sir, nahi hoga. Mummy, मेरे से नहीं हो रहा है." And they like to read the end note and then go. Life is more than marks. Life is more than college. Life is more than money. So a lot of things are there to do. A lot of possible alternatives. So see those alternatives and climb up. So failure is not failure. It's a stepping stone to success. Isn't it? So positive attitude should be based on reality and not on ignorance. So now such kind of spiritual sessions, they are called as SQ. SQ means spiritual quotient. You know, spiritual quotient, there's PQ, IQ, EQ and SQ. PQ means physical quotient. And everybody is expert in this. Nice, acha khana, acha gym, muscles. People don't need to speak about PQ. And IQ, in schools and colleges, they teach you. What modern world is lacking is EQ and SQ. Especially current age, EQ both down hai. People don't know how to deal with friends, relatives, elders, teachers. It's basic etiquette that when you see your teachers, you have to respect. Hello, sir. Good morning, sir. If you, in our culture, morning when you get up, you bow down to Tulsi, you bow down to mother, father. Isn't it? That's culture we had. That's the respect. That's lacking. That EQ is lacking. Between friends, फ्रेंड का बर्थडे है व्हाट्सएप पे भेजा हैप्पी बर्थडे हो गया बस हाँ मेरे हजारों फ्रेंड्स हैं फेसबुक में इसका एक का बर्थडे है बस अरे नो हु इज द रियल फ्रेंड नॉट फेसबुक फ्रेंड फेसबुक फ्रेंड इज ओनली फेसबुक नो व्हेन यू डाई आल्सो विल से मे यू रेस्ट इन पीस उतना ही बोलेगा बट हु इज द रियल फ्रेंड फ्रेंड इन नीड जब कोई नहीं है तो वो रहेगा आपके साथ जब जरूरत है तो आपके साथ खड़ा होगा पगला नित्ಕೊಂಡು हेल्प ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ दैट इज अ रियल फ्रेंड सो आज टच योर हार्ट एंड आस्क एंड फाइंड आउट हाउ मेनी फ्रेंड्स आई हैव एंड आल्सो रिवर्स इज देयर एनीबॉडी इन माय लाइफ जिसके लिए मैं जान भी दे सकता हूँ वैसा फ्रेंड है जिसके लिए मैं कुछ भी कर सकता हूँ इफ यू हैव देन यू विल आल्सो हैव समबडी लाइक दैट जनरली मेरे लिए कोई होना चाहिए नहीं मैं दूसरे के लिए से हूँ क्या एंड दैट इज ऑल्सो वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट अभी उसने मारी ओके आई थिंक लास्ट सेशन आई थिंक आई स्पोक लिटिल लॉन्गर देन रिक्वायर्ड आई डोंट नो वेदर इट इज इट लॉस्ट ट्रैक ऑफ टाइम इन द इनिशियल पार्ट बट टुडे आई बेसिकली स्पोक अबाउट विजिलेंस एंड आई बिगन विथ what is vigilance and what is the need for vigilance because there is general tendency to go immoral and if everybody follows morality you don't need CCTV cameras you don't need traffic police you don't need police department only you don't need the seminar only but it is required because there is a need that we somehow go off track so to bring us on track we need this kind of sessions to make us happy and others happy. When I discuss from Bhagavad Gita of how we should be vigilant of our own thoughts, especially with regards to the lust, anger and greed, overcome them and develop positivity. And when you develop those positive scripts, then we can become people of integrity, maturity and truthfulness. And then it's also our shared responsibility. We should help each other. If you see a friend going wrong, you said, yes sir, yes, my dear friend, please come back on track, this is not good. A friend, like Karna and Duryodhana, Duryodhana was doing wrong. It was duty of Karna to say, hey, you're wrong. You should not do this. But Karna said, तुम जाओ, मैं भी आता हूँ आपके साथ. Right? They wanted to disrupt Draupadi. Duryodhana, Dushasana said, we'll do this. Karna said, yes, मैं भी आता हूँ. Such a bad friend. A friend is one, if he sees his real friend doing wrong, he'll say, ये गलत है. That is a real friend. Not that you scratch my back, I scratch you, तुम चुप, हम चुप. ऐसा नहीं होता है. That's bad friendship. You should call the spade a spade. So that's true friendship. So let's try to become such true friends and take responsibility and also grow forward in life. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. I don't know whether I have time for question and answers. We'll end here. Depends on organizers.
Questions from students only. From students only. Students can ask questions if they have. Will give preference to students.
Yeah.
Dharma is having strong roots. We believe it. Will it sustain forever?
I don't know whether it's related for this topic. But in case you have asked this question, but actually the real name for it is Sanatana Dharma.
Yeah, exactly.
Sanatana means eternal. And the values which Sanatana Dharma teaches are eternal, universal, applicable all across the world. And we are just limiting it to Hindustan or Bharat. But actually the like what I taught today, the values of Gita, the concept of mind, the soul, the intelligence, the senses, it's very, very scientific it is. There is no blind faith in Sanatana Dharma. It's very logical, very, very appealing, very intellectual, and it is eternal principles. Nobody can prove it wrong. Such kind of principles are there in Sanatana Dharma. The only unfortunate thing is Most of the people who call themselves Sanatanis, they are not reading it. So I feel pity on those people. So that's why, please read it. It's very, very scientific. The message of peace, message of truthfulness, compassion, bandhavyata, vasudhaiva kutumbakam, such wonderful principles, concepts are given here. Treating everybody as a friend, treating even neighbor, treating even enemy with compassion. That's our Sanatan Dharma. Isn't it? So, but unfortunately we are missing reading that. Instead of that we are reading newspaper, YouTube Purana. It's open Bhagavad Gita, Mahabharata and Bhagavad Puran. So many wonderful things are there to read. That's why you see that ISKCON has presence all over the world. And people are happily embracing and reading these books. There's high demand. ISKCON all over the world has distributed more than 60 crore copies of Bhagavad Gita. Isn't it? So many people are in 90 languages. And it's not that we give free, we don't give free. Because our founder Acharya said, if you give free, people don't value, they'll throw it in the dustbin. I should pay and take. Although we can give free, but we will not give free. Pay and take, then you value it. So these 60,000 copies, 60 crore copies, people have taken. Isn't it?
Just one question from the student. Everybody? Anyone? That's right.